Mogadishu city is blighted. Its ruined houses carry the scars of violent combat. With more than 400,000 people fleeing their homes for the countryside in recent months, the streets of Mogadishu are empty. Since February 2007, fighting in the Somali capital has been intense between the transitional federal government military forces, backed by Ethiopian troops, and fighters of the Islamic courts. Mogadishu's hospitals are stretched to capacity. Dahir Gal was shot and injured and his brother killed outside their home, leaving Dahir to care for his brother's children as well as his own family.
There are dead bodies everywhere. People are fleeing from the city, or they're being treated in hospitals like Medina and Kesani, and other hospitals in town.
Dr. Yusuf saves another victim in his emergency room. With 24 gunshot victims today, it's exhausting work with no end in sight. Working in Medina Hospital, Dr. Yusuf is one of only 10 war surgeons in Somalia's capital.
When the patient cannot come in time and they get wounded far away from the hospital, and because of clashes on the street, they have to wait many hours, and the patient will get complicated and most of the time infected.
Since early 2007, the city's two main hospitals, supported by the International Committee of the Red Cross, have treated over 4,000 war wounded, 30% of them women and children. 18-year-old Halwa Hersi got to hospital in time.
I was hit by the bullet as I was going to school. I was waiting at a bus station, and as soon as the bullet hit me, I was taken directly to Medina Hospital.
The doctors here have saved her foot, so that one day soon she'll be able to walk to school again. Kesani Hospital is the city's second referral hospital. It's located further east along the waterfront, away from the city where clashes are most intense. Despite the distance from the battlefield, dozens of wounded have streamed in during recent days. Families are gathered in the courtyard of what was originally a prison. They want to take care of their relatives at the hospital, and it's also a safer place to stay.
We had decided to stay, and we put our trust in God. I was going about my normal business as a shopkeeper. Then when my brother was wounded, we decided to flee the area, as everybody else was fleeing.
Layla's brother Mohammed was injured by a shell just the day before as he was crossing the road to escape fighting. He was operated on as soon as he got to hospital to remove shrapnel. He's just returning to consciousness after his operation. In the intensive care unit, Dr. Tajir does his rounds. He's been working in this hospital run by the Somali Red Crescent since it opened in 1992. And has seen firsthand the devastating impact of guns, mines and shelling.
The organs, for example, that they hit these kinds of missiles are, for example, the abdominal injury and chest injury, vascular injury and head injury.
Today, 16 more wounded have come in. Salad Mohammed Hassan was shot in the abdomen and leg as he was crossing the street. But he'll have to wait in the triage room as the team has a more urgent case to deal with. Hari Raya went into labour 24 hours ago, but the maternity hospital was shelled and closed earlier today. The sound of new life is welcome in the midst of war. The mother's condition was critical when she arrived, but the surgeons struggle to save her life.
She already finished. She's good. the fetus is alive, male one, and the condition is very good now.
Dr. Abdullahi changes his gown and is back in the operating theatre to deal with a gunshot patient. The bullet went right through Salad's body, causing considerable damage. The surgeon removes dead and contaminated tissue.
We open it, and now we are very confident. The condition is very good. The bowel is normal, small intestine is normal, all the peritoneum is intact, so we can sleep now.
Meanwhile, in the lab, the assistant surgeon signals a new emergency.
We've only got 2 units left.
He's bleeding badly. He's losing all his blood.
The blood bank is almost empty. 2 units of blood match the patient's blood group, rhesus B positive, but it's not enough. This patient has severe gunshot wounds and is bleeding heavily. Surgeons also suspect malaria, which makes the case even more serious. Despite the surgeon's fight to save his life, this patient doesn't survive his injuries.
Excuse me, please.
They come here in state of shock, severe shock, and they need blood. And the problem here, we do not have a blood bank just to give them the blood. What we get only is the blood only from their relatives.
The fight for life in Mogadishu's war hospitals is relentless. Training new doctors in this specialist vocation is essential for Dr. Tajir, as long as Somalia's chaos continues.
I'm really happy to stay here and to help my people, as well as all the staff in the hospital, and that's what we are doing. So, and in the future also, that's what we would like to continue.